Hello, hello, everyone. So far, we've already started. Go ahead and admit. Let's just turn this waiting room off so everyone can go ahead and come into the chat. All right. Chat. Okay. Hi, Jaquetta. Can everyone see me pretty well? Four people. Let's see how we turn this waiting room off. No, you can't hear me. Okay, you can't hear me and you can't see me. So let's work on this. Video settings. All right. I have a better idea. I have to close this out in order for you to see me. That should work. Can you see me now? Can you hear me? Hear, yes, see, no. Okay, so let's play with this. I just had it up like literally 2 seconds ago. Oh. I have a better idea. Let's try this. I know the camera's working, so I'll pull up the camera. Stop the video. Start it back. There you go. You should be able to see me now. Can you see me now? Yes, perfect. All right, we're rolling now. We're rolling. So, super excited to be here with you today. You can cancel that out. Sorry, I have my assistant over here with me working on some things. So, very excited to be here with you. Thank you all for literally taking this time out to get started on this, because as I was saying, it is the perfect time, literally the perfect time to start getting your business prepared to start doing business with government agencies. Because if you think about it right now, now is the downtime, now is the preparation time, now is the time for you to get all of this all of the documentation together, identify all of your codes, literally solidify everything and all of the work that you'll be doing with the government agency. So someone, I think I just heard someone, is everyone should be muted right now. So if you're not muted, make sure that you push that mute button so that way we don't have too much chatter and too much back noise going on. What is going on with this thing? Jesus. Okay, there we go. So yeah, so we're gonna do a few different things, few exercises to go through what is doing business with government. So I actually do have a presentation that I wanted to actually share and show all of you today. Let me go ahead and get that set up. So while I'm doing that, I want everyone to go ahead and share, like, let us know where you're located. Tell us the name of your business. Actually, here's our introductions. So where you're located, tell us the name of your business and the services that your business provides. So I'm actually going to share this with you. So can you see that? Can you see my screen right now? Ooh, let me move the chat. It's in the middle of the screen, huh? Okay. So we have the DMV, Capital Region Maids, the residential and commercial cleaning service. That's huge, especially right now. We have Orlando, Florida, 2 businesses. We have a janitorial cleaning services and a paternity testing. Oh, DNA, that's huge. That's another one that's pretty big. Texas is in the building. We have New Works Enterprise. Tell us a little bit about New Works Enterprise, Andy. Let us know what's going on. Autism in the Black. I see that. I'll pull this up right here. You'll be able to see. All right, so then we have Tiana in Atlanta. She has a at-home corporate housing, short-term housing, vacation rentals, and cleaning service. Yeah, I'm loving these cleaning services. This is, like I said, now is a really good time for these cleaning and janitorial services to be in business. I know I was looking at a few RFPs yesterday, and we saw a lot of them for requesting different products and services. So that's oh, we have some people in the waiting room. I gotta turn that waiting room thing off. Uh-oh, I hear some chatter. Where else? Miami, we have a food and beverage, restaurant, concessions, and catering. Oh, yeah. So it's definitely, that's a big one. When we think about airport, so you want to be able to get into those spaces, that DOT is going to be your best friend, Maria. We have another Gold Speed Transportation and Logistics. Listen, during this time, you have so many people afraid to fly, transportation and logistics space. Trucking is really the one right now. So that is huge. Dom, hey Dom, I see you. Your medical billing and coding services. Yes, 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 yes. Atlanta dispatching, we have freight, more. Yes, listen, I will continue to say yes on this because it's necessary to have access to these different things during a time like this. So let me pull this up. So I want to give people a few more, like maybe 1 or 2. No, it's been 7 minutes. We actually have a deadline. I have to be on time today. I got to make sure that I'm not talking too much because I have a problem with doing that. So if you have any questions, any concerns, make sure you drop them in the chat because I have my trusty assistant here and she'll be making sure that I am following up with all of these questions, all these different concerns as we're going through this process. And then of course, if you purchase one of the tickets, you will have the guide after this event, and I'll also send you the link to schedule your free consultation. So don't worry, we will have all of this together immediately following this this webinar. So let me make sure we have no more people in the waiting list. And I'm actually going to go ahead and get started because I think 6:38, that's a good enough amount of time for people to start getting on the call and everything. And so far we have 39 attendees. So we're supposed to have 63. That's the only reason I'm really a little bit reluctant. Yes, the capability statement template, that's actually on our website. So I just have to give you the code, which you'll get that code at the end of this webinar as well. So you'll be able to go, in and do that. And if we want to upgrade our ticket to get the bonuses, will we be able to? Yes, you will, but you will have to send me an email to do that. And I will actually drop my business email in here. So you'll be able to shoot me an email, contact me, and let me know. Oh, yours probably stopped. Probably took a minute. Took a minute to upgrade. All right. So one more, limited honey worldwide. You're dispatching freight from West Palm Beach. You've been spending everything privately by accident. Oh, sending everything privately, huh? Look at this. No wonder. I see it. I think I just sent that email to Maria privately as well. But don't worry, you'll get an email from me after this. So that way I'll be sharing this information. So at this time, it is 6:40. And listen, we are going to get started. We're going to go ahead and get started. All of this is showing on yours? Mm-hmm. Is that because I have this here or because you have that there? Okay. So yeah, you can't see mine. Perfect. There we go. So this webinar is actually about decoding the government contracting space. So I will actually keep this little side panel up. That way I can continue to stay on track and know how much further I need to go. And then I'll also be able to show you the next steps for the things that we'll talk about. So this is a part one of a series. And listen, the series is going to go from getting started to getting certified, to locating opportunities, and then even writing winning proposals. So this will not be the last one. You will continue to get updates for different opportunities to present or to be a part of these events, right? So this is basically an introduction for me. Miss Jordan. Hi, Miss Jordan. So this is basically an introduction for me. Again, my name is Shakia Kegler. I am the founder and CEO of GovLiais, and it's a combination between government and liaisons because our focus is really simplifying the state and local government procurement process to get more people involved in selling to government agencies, right? So I'm originally from Florida. I am from St. Petersburg, Florida. I am currently located in Fort Lauderdale. So after graduating high school, I ended up deciding to join the military, and I was active duty Navy for 5 years. Do we have any more veterans in the building? If we do, drop it in the chat. Let me know. Let me know what branch. We all know the best branch was the Navy. That's not up for discussion. It's not up. Yeah, that's right, dumb. Go Navy. Yeah, it's not up for discussion. I will not have this conversation with you today or ever about the matter of that. But yeah, so after separating, I ended up working at a pharmaceutical company selling different products and services to the government and understood the opposite side of it. So I actually have been in this space. So while I was active duty, I managed a $400,000 operating budget for weapons department. So my job in the Navy was aviation ordnance, and that's actually to build and assemble weapons and ammunition. So from there, I ended up deciding to learn the opposite side with my new job in terms of selling to the government. And I had the opportunity to sell over $200,000 of products. And that's because I was really just getting into the product space with the agencies. Hold up, we have one person waiting. There we go, admit that person. All right, so yeah, so I ended up basically getting into the space from there. And since I've continued to work with different organizations, get certified as a veteran-owned small business. Is this here because you put it there, or is that because of me? Okay, let's move this over. Sorry everyone, I am trying to hide this thumbnail a tad bit. It's because of you. Okay, so apparently my assistant is she's sabotaging my webinar right now. But yeah, so end up basically going back to start doing business with different agencies, got certified as a woman-owned business, veteran-owned business. Who? Marlon, would you clarify who? But yeah, so then I started doing business, focusing on simplifying the government procurement process at the state and local level, because at the federal level it's decentralized and everyone's processes are completely the same. You go through SAM to register the business, and then we're going to get more into that, but it's centralized across the board. But at the state and local government level, every state's process is different, every city's process is different, every county's process is different. So there's really no cohesion in terms of in terms of your business doing business with the government, right? So I really wanted to build GovLiais as a software platform to really simplify this, to make it to where this is a location where small businesses and governments would connect. Well, state and local government agencies would connect. A business will be able to create one profile, one time to get registered, certified, and bid on opportunities with multiple government agencies. So as of right now, that platform is in works. We have completed the first phase to where businesses can go in and sign up and create a profile. I'll share more about that with you at the end because I do want all of you to sign up. And since then, basically we won first place at a Grace Hopper pitch competition. We've had the opportunity to go to to win the award for Involve. We've been to the Netherlands. We were selected as one of the small businesses to represent the United States in the Netherlands at the Global Entrepreneurship Summit. It's pretty exciting. While I was active duty, I've been in the Eastern Asia area, so I was Asia area. So I was stationed in Japan, and I went all of the different countries over there. So it was really my first time in Europe at all. So yeah, and that's kind of pretty much how I got into this space and I got into doing this. So I'm not going to continue to talk about Gablier because it is 45 and I know I have a lot of slides to get through. We did already pause to do a little bit more about your business, who you are. If anyone missed those shout outs, make sure, listen, I wish I could read that for you, Takia. I wish I could. And yeah, so we already went through that. If we missed anyone during the shout outs, continue to drop that line. Let us know what your name is, your business, and the products and services that your business provide, because you never know, your potential partner could be in these chats. So continue to drop that information, continue to let us know. And throughout this webinar, this will be an open space. You see me continuing to look and go back to the questions in the comments because I want to make sure that I am answering everyone's questions. So we will continue. I will continue to go back and look at it periodically. If I miss your question, just put it in the chat once again. And if I miss it again, I'll probably end up just saying, hey, shoot me an email, because it probably went by too fast, because like I said, we're expecting 61 people to be in this group today. And our objectives are very simple. We have 5 objectives, and is to go over the introduction of government contracting and really set some goals and some ground rules in terms of what your business will be doing in this space. And then going into getting started. What are your next steps to getting started at the federal government level? And I'll also show you how to do it at the state government level as well. It will be very rapid. I will show you from the actual websites that we're going to go to, and then I'll also share this presentation with you all after the event, after this as well. And then we're also going to talk about small business certifications. I'm really going to just hit on that briefly because it's a very in-depth topic and I don't want to go too far into it, but I will be, like I said, having another webinar series regarding small business certifications, how to get certified, what's the benefits of getting certified. And lastly, finding opportunities. So we're going to go through finding opportunities. There will be another webinar where we go through a RFP package and understand how to respond to these RFPs and how to write a proposal for that. So now is our introduction into government contracting. And I want to pause here for a second, make sure that everyone is ready. If you're ready, I need you to put yes in this chat. Let me know you are ready, so that way we can move. That's right. That's right. Ready. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yes. Okay. So I've got enough yes. I feel like that's enough yes, right? So now it's introduction into government contracting. Usually people get the government contracting space and grants confusing, right? Well, confused. Grants is money that's set aside for businesses. It's free money, basically. Well, it's set aside for mostly nonprofits to fund a initiative or a program that your business has that's gonna work. Oh goodness, what happened with that? That's gonna work on building like something that's like a research initiative or an initiative to help, kids. I saw someone that had a company called Autism in Black. That could be a nonprofit organization that has a program in place that the government is willing to fund because they want to solve these issues in communities, in healthcare, in any different space. And then also they have different programs that you can obtain grants. So at the federal level, they have a SBIR program, and that program is a grant program. The funding goes up to millions of dollars, like in grant funding, and every different organization, government organization has one. So the DoD has a SBIR program. Well, not every different one. Majority of the ones have them. So the Health and Human Resources has a SBIR program where they give out grant money for different business initiatives that can solve the problems that they're facing, right? But government contracts are different. Government contracts are truly transactions between business and business, right? Government is just a different name. But if you're dealing with these different you're dealing with these different contracts, it's an exchange of goods or services for money, right? The same way you sell to your consumers, the same way you sell to other businesses. And the benefits of it is you get some of your tax money back, right? So many of us, well, all of us are paying taxes, and all of this money is being reserved and held by government agencies who are actually then still in need of different products, services, supplies, and things that our businesses probably provide, right? So it's a way of us being able to be proactive citizens and ensuring that our governments are operating effectively and efficiently. There we go, right? So we'll go on into the next one. So government contracting is also very unique because there are opportunities to sell to the government at the federal, state, and local municipal levels, right? I told you a little bit about it being a business, basically a business to business, because the government is essentially a business as well. And then you have to think about it as, so a business has employees. The employees are the ones who usually use these products or services or benefiting from them, or even the citizens. Those would be our consumers, right? So the business acquires these products and services for the consumers to be able to utilize. Same model as a regular business. They just have a lot more opportunities, right? Because at the federal government level, they spent over $500 billion with small businesses alone. Their budget, actually, I think last year they spent 4.7 or 4.4 trillion dollars, but that 500,000 was set aside for small businesses. So they have certain set asides that are set aside for small, women-owned, veteran-owned, and minority-owned business. I'll talk a little bit about those certifications, but at the state and local government level, don't count them out. They have money as well. So collectively, the state and local governments have spent over $1.7 trillion. So that's a lot of different opportunities in multiple different spaces. Certifications, I hit it a little bit, but certifications, they have this money that's set aside for small businesses to sell their products and services to the government, because otherwise these bigger corporations, big companies would be able to come in and swoop in and take all of the opportunities, right? So they have these set in place for a reason, and they're actually governed by laws within the U.S., and these are civil rights laws. So if anyone tries to say anything about that, these are actually governed under the Civil Rights Act of, I think it's 1866. Don't quote me. I don't know for sure. I really need to know that so that way I can just let it roll off the tongue, but also the government purchases a wide variety of products and services. Contrary to popular belief, most people think that government agencies are only purchasing construction work or anything of that nature, but it's actually the opposite. They do do a lot of work in the construction space, because things are always, someone is writing on the screen. I don't know how this is happening, honestly. But yet, so in the government space, they purchase a lot of different products and services, everything from paper towel to toilet paper to tissue. They purchase all of these different products and services, and I'll get a little bit into that later as well. The next thing is, when they purchase, they don't just buy onesies, twosies, 3, or maybe 4. No, they purchase in large quantities. So it's always 100, 5,000, 10,000. Sometimes 100,000, sometimes more than that. And then for the products, and then for the services is usually annual contracts. So if you get a contract for 1 year, 2 years, it usually has options that you can renew this contract for additional years. So, one $18,000 contract could easily turn into something a lot more than that in terms of services that your business could provide. I already said different government levels. It's multiple levels of government. And then in addition to these levels of government, you have anchor institutions that you can do business with as well. So those are hospitals, colleges, universities, the school board, different police departments, all of this stuff. All of these anchor institutions, you still have the opportunity to sell your products and services to. And then payment is guaranteed, y'all. Listen, payment is guaranteed. They are going to pay you your money. You will not have to send them invoices back to back. You will not have to chase them down to pay you your money. As long as you are executing properly and you're doing all the things that are outlined in your scope of work, listen, that money is going to come to you. You're going to get paid, guaranteed. Can I get something one time for the guaranteed payments, please? And then finally, purchasing vehicles, right? They have multiple purchasing vehicles for you to be able to sell your products to the government. So the most common ones, yes, guaranteed. The most common one is, everyone knows, is bidding on different products. So the actual RFP and RFQ process. Let me go ahead and pull that up. So this is the most common one, open purchase opportunities, where you find an opportunity and you'll be able to respond either with a quote or a proposal outlining what work your business will be doing to fulfill the needs of this solicitation, right? So before I get too far into this, I will say that there are two different phases of the purchasing or acquisition space that one of them you really want to be on this side of, but there are multiple opportunities at the other one. So that's the pre-acquisition phase. So pre-acquisition phase is before these opportunities go out to market, right? Before there are open purchases, before anyone can just go online and source and figure out what these opportunities are. Before that, that's the pre-acquisition phase, right? So if you've taken the opportunity to look at different opportunities on the federal government space, you'll see where it has different sole source. Maybe you've seen something that says sole source. I mean, not sole source. Source is salt. I'm sorry. Source is salt. So if they're looking for a source is salt, that means they're looking for a business that can provide these products or services. Sometimes it can also be called at the state and local level a request for qualifications, right? They want to know who's out here that can do this work. Because if you can respond to these opportunities, let's say they only have so many businesses who can really respond to these opportunities, depending on the market cap or the cost of it, they'll probably still have to go out to bid for it. But because your business was one of the ones initially to respond and outline your qualifications, when these contracting officers are writing up these solicitations, a lot of the things that your business is suggesting or can offer will possibly, I don't know, somehow show up in this solicitation to where it seems as if this is marketed directly for you. So this also works by you being able to identify who is the purchase, who has the keys in the space of what you are looking to do and sell to the government. Because most people think that you have to go to the purchasing officer. The purchasing officer is the one who has the money. They have the money. They can control what is being purchased because they have either a credit card or they can submit these ACH payments. But the person that you really want to talk to are the people within the different departments and organizations, right? So if I have a landscaping company, this is just an example, but if I have a landscaping company and I want to do business with my local city, I would then connect with, let's say, Parks and Recreation Department, because they'll be able to, they'll understand if they need the services or products that my business can provide. So then let's say it's something below that threshold, right? So now we're still in this pre-acquisition phase. Let's say it's below a certain threshold. Most thresholds are like 3,000. For the DOD, it's like 5,000. And this is considered a micro purchase. And these can be purchased with government credit cards. And these opportunities are available. Yes, they are. And usually honestly, it's a relationship thing. This is going to continuously prove that it's about relationships as well. But these micro purchases that can be done with a government credit card are usually below a certain threshold. And that's also in this pre-acquisition phase. How many people have heard of the micro purchases? Let's see. So yeah, micro purchases, anything that can be purchased with a government credit card. That's products and services. Yes. Okay. Lynn has heard of these micro purchases. Oh, Dom, please elaborate. Okay. So just a little bit, I'll go a little bit in there, but it's really on surface level exactly what it is. Like they can purchase it with a credit card. But you have to be able to connect with these people and build these relationships with them, right? So let's say you are Dom, you have a medical billing and coding company. So let's say you decided you want to reach out to a hospital. You'll be able to connect with the people within, even if they already have a medical billing and coding department or someone that's designated to do it, they could always use additional help. And you want to be there when they need that additional help. It won't be all the time, but when they do need that additional help, you want to be right there in the clutch, right? Getting ready to catch it when they fall, right? Okay. So that's really what micro purchases are. And then we go into subcontracting. I'll come back to that. I'll come back to that in the next slide. And then sole source contracts. So sole source contracts are when your business is literally the only business who can provide these services or products, right? And you'll see a lot of these sole source contracts with businesses who have 8A certification, and also just businesses who have some unique proposition, right? Something that they can't get anywhere else on the market. There are a few different stipulations that goes into sole source, and it can't just be, oh, I'm going to sole source to them because I like them. You have to be able to prove that they are the only ones who can provide this service. Otherwise, businesses can contest it, right? They can say, nope, Dumb Company is not the only company who Dumb Company is not the only company who can provide medical billing and coding services. As a matter of fact, my business provides these services and we do X, Y, and Z. Boom, boom, boom. So that's a little bit about the sole source contracts. So back to, still in the pre-acquisition phase is unsolicited opportunities, right? So these opportunities is when you create a proposal. No bid has been put out, but you create a proposal after you've already made that connection with that individual in that department that you want to work with. You've made a connection with them and you can create this proposal and you can submit it to them. Usually they'll ask you for one. Like I've had an opportunity where I sat down with even contracting officers, because what our service provides is our focus is in the contracting officer space. And I sat down and talked to them about what GovLEA was building and what we were working on doing. They said, okay, send me a proposal. Nothing out in the market. They just said, send them a proposal. So when you send this proposal, a lot of times, like I said, sometimes some of the verbiage from your proposal miraculously shows up in this solicitation that they put out on the market. And so then we'll go back into the acquisition space. So those are open market purchases. That's everything that's public. Everyone can see it. Anyone can bid on it. Can we still do this now, considering states and cities are no longer in their offices? So yes, Courtney, you will still be able to do that. I think right now is really that preliminary phase to where you're identifying who you need to talk to, and what kind of things do they need at this very moment, or think about future, what things will they need after COVID-19 is over, right? So keep that stuff in mind as well, Courtney. So going back into subcontractors. So when doing business with the government, there are two types of contractors. Give me a time check. Time check 7. Okay, cool. So there are two types of businesses. There are two types of contractors when doing business with government agencies. So there's the prime contractors and there's the subcontractors. Of course, the prime contractors are the ones who directly win the contract, and the subcontractors provide supporting roles, right? So here's an example. There's a company who they're doing a roadway project, and is with the Florida Department of Transportation, and they won this contract. It's millions of dollars, but they have stipulations on this contract to work with subcontractors that are certified as minority business enterprises by the USDOT, right? So then now that prime contractor is required to go out and locate these subcontractors to provide, let's say they want someone to come out, they need a company who can come out and lay out the cones, right? Or they need someone who could come out, pick up the cones. Cleaning services, maybe you want to be able to clean up after construction or any of those natures. Those could be subcontracting jobs. So any supporting roles to help them get this project to the next level. So anything to help them complete their mission when it comes to this. So right now we're going to pause, take some questions. Let's drop some questions because I know that was a lot. I am sorry. I know it was a lot. So I'm going to take a minute, get a few questions, and just see how is everyone feeling right now. Is everything clear? Let me know. Just give me the real. Be honest with me. Tell me everything. RFP. Okay, so how long does it take for you to receive the tabulation report after you have submitted an RFP? So Courtney, usually to receive these tabulations, you have to send them an email, right? And that's another thing too. After you've responded to these RFPs, you can always contact that contracting officer to ask them for, you want to understand why, like if you didn't win that bid, why didn't you win? And then also to get those tabulations to understand what you could have done better, or why this company won this contract over you when you know for a fact that your business can provide this service a lot better. How many emails is too many? Listen, until they respond to you, you want to be annoying. And you got to think about it too. These people are getting emails consistently, like all the time. And then on top, and that's on top of the daily work that they already have to do. So
are the quick question, are the subcontracting and joint ventures, is that the same thing or is that two different things?
So it's two different things. So a subcontractor, joint ventures are usually formed when you both are like coming together to provide this same like initial service, right? So, but a subcontractor is really just someone who is providing supporting roles to this contract that has already been won by a prime contractor. Does it make, like, it's very slight, like in terms of the differentiation, but yeah, does it make sense, Shanti?
It's Shantia, but okay,
Shanti,
so basically with the joint venture, you and I would basically form an agreement before we bid, is what you're saying.
absolutely.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And with the subcontractor, there is usually just a subcontractor agreement in place that has to be submitted to the government agency. The joint venture, all of that stuff, that's between you and whatever business that is.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, let's see. Last one. Shantia, I'm sorry for saying your name wrong. I was trying to read it really fast. So
That's okay. You talking 100 miles per hour too, so
okay, let me slow down. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that. What is better to get certified as a MLB? I'm coming back to certifications, Lynn. I see you trying to get ahead of me. To put on red receipts to make sure that they actually open it. Yep, that's another one too. Resubmit Consulting said, try to put on your red receipts to make sure that they're actually opening your emails, Courtney, and anyone else as well. So make sure that you are putting those on. I use HubSpot to track the emails. What do they say? Don't be like that, Marlon. I use HubSpot to track the email, so to let me know if someone read or opened my email. So yeah, that's a really good suggestion. Thank you. Let's see, I know I missed a question. Okay. JV is two companies. Yep, that's it, Marlon. And Marlon, don't talk about my name like that. Okay, it's Shakia. All right, Shakia. As a computer trainer, you can turn off the red receipts. Oh, listen, I really hope they don't know how to do that. You can use Gmail Mail Tracker for free. you can use Gmail Mail Tracker for free. I use HubSpot, the like free version. Don't get it twisted. I don't use the paid version yet. I do plan to because I really like their system. But I use their free version as well, and it's included in their free version. But yeah, you can use. She said you can use Gmail, or I don't know. It just says resubmit consulting, but you can use Gmail mail tracker for free. Will you provide a list of tools to use to manage business contracts? I actually haven't created a list, but that's a good suggestion. Would you write that down? To create a list of tools that can be used to manage bids and contracts. They will work in government. They probably don't know how to turn it off. See, we're not going to talk about the people that work in the government like that. All right, so that's it for our pause break. Now, the next phase, this is really going to require us to do some deep searching, right, within ourselves to understand like the capacity of our businesses and to be able to set realistic goals and expectations. Oh, we got somebody waiting. I'm sorry. Okay, there we go. So to make realistic goals and expectations for your business. Shantia, I slowed down. If I start to speed up, I need you to keep me on track. Let me know. Slow down, please. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna get my whip. I'm gonna whip. Get my whip out because you talking so fast.
I'm so sorry. I'm trying to get all of this out in the time frame. So, but I got it. I'm gonna be ready. So this one it's really soul searching and really be clear about the goals and objectives for your business. Understanding that what you can provide and what you can't provide. The last thing you want to do is like extend yourself in this space, because one thing about doing business with the government is that your reputation follows you, right? You do bad on one job, literally one job, and it will harm you in terms of doing business with additional agencies. Now, I don't say that to scare you. I say that for you to be able to not overpromise and underdeliver, but over deliver every single time. So that way, you're consistently being able to fulfill and perform at the standards, right? Continue to attend trainings, workshops, webinars, anything that you can do to increase your knowledge in this space. Huge, like, because things are always changing, right? Things are forever changing. Like, even with the situation with COVID-19 right now, I haven't checked it recently because honestly I've been preparing for this today. But they have. I sat on a call yesterday with a small business, the Senate Small Business Committee. They were talking about the package that was going through to Congress, and that they were working to propose to help small businesses, the CARE Act, which will provide different funding relief for small businesses and for businesses and for individuals like contractors who do gig work, right? Payment protection, to where it covers you being able to pay your employees during this time. So like I said, things are continuously changing, and that's why you want to be sure that you are staying involved in what's going on with the space. But you have questions to really ask yourself, right? So what products what products or services is your business selling to the government agency? Be able to focus, right? I get a lot of businesses who ask me, well, what is government buying? Whatever they're buying, I want to sell it to them. That's not the way to go. Like, you will literally overextend yourself doing that. And then on top of that, you bid on a contract and you win that contract. Sometimes, because you're not in that space, you're either bidding too low, or you can't provide those products that these people are asking for because they are I can't think of the name of it right now, but basically they're out of stock almost everywhere, right? So that's the last thing you want to be able to do, because like I said, that reputation follows you. And then of course, it's easier when you focus on something, right? If you know exactly what industry you're doing business in, it makes it easier for you to locate these opportunities. It makes it easier for you to go in and say, hey, this is what my business provides. Your marketing is like on point. You know exactly what you're doing, and you don't waver on that, right? If it's some flexibility in terms of what you can provide that, your partner business can also provide. I was on a webinar last night, and I would give an example, and I said, if my company, the audio is a little choppy. Okay, let me know. Is it choppy on everyone's end? Someone else let me know what's going on. Yes. Okay, it's choppy. Oh gosh. Okay, let me figure this out. I thought it was me. Comcast, it's supposed to be keep going. I can still make it out. Right, the enemy coming right on in. Okay. All right. So now is it good? Someone said I can keep going now. I can keep going now. Let me know. Let me know if I can keep going. Uh-oh. Feel like I lost people. It may help if you turn your video. Okay, let me do that. Thank you. Whoever has these suggestions. Okay. All right, does that work? Turn the video out. Is it still
Perfect.
choppy? Good. Okay. That works. Perfect. 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 All right. So yeah, and write out these products, you write out these services that your business can provide or that you may know partnering companies can provide, right? So let's say, for example, I have a laundry service. And there's a contract with the U.S. Navy. They have a base that's located in San Diego, right? And this base needs laundry machines, the coin-operated laundry machines. They want to put these on base. I do laundry, but I also have a connection with a manufacturer who provides these machines as well, right? I can contact them, get a quote from them, and still be able to provide these machines to that that installation, that government installation in San Diego. So I say that because it's not far from what services your business already provides. Just make sure you're not like hopping all over the place, right? So one minute you're doing nursing, and then the next minute you're trying to change someone's light bulb. Like, you want to make sure that everything it aligns in terms of what your business can provide, right? And then next is your geographical parameters, right? So I just gave the example. I'm located in Florida, but for products, it's a little bit easier because you can ship products. But in terms of services, right? I have a service-based business. We only provide laundry service. So if I bid on this contract for these opportunities in San Diego, who's to say that I can afford my team going out there to provide these laundry services and coming back home, right? Sometimes, I mean, you don't want to underprice, but you don't want to overprice as well, in terms of being able to do this. Like, if it's going to stretch your business thin, you don't want to do it. So if you can do business at, the nationwide level, the statewide level, or even just in your local area, your local county, your local community, that's perfectly fine as well. It gives you the opportunity and tools to build and grow your business, right? The next one is, what level of government do you want to focus on doing business with? So I say that because financial capacity. And then I also said a little bit about that. I kind of explained that one in number 2, but being able to actually have the funds to do this, right? So let's say there's a contract out for, they want 40,000 cell phones for the government wants 40,000 cell phones, right? If you don't have the capital up front to provide these cell phones, don't bid on that contract. If you can't do it now, or if you can't get a loan, also, I don't do too much of that, but it's a risk and reward type of thing. But yeah, so after this whole situation, we've done some soul searching. Let's see, how many do we have? Some questions. Few questions on this. Nope. Okay. No questions. I see no questions. Nope. All right. I got 2 no's. I'm good. So in the next phase, we talk about capability statements. So that kind of feeds off of, now you already have this list of what products and services that your business can provide, they can sell, right? Now you want to be able to use this to form a your marketing material for government agencies. So if you already have a business, how many of you have a one-page marketing kit, like a one-pager? How many of you already have a one-pager? Let me know. Me? Okay. All right. We already have one person with a one-pager right now. And even if you don't, that's fine. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. This is the time to start preparing all of this stuff. If you haven't heard of a one-pager, Google it. Go on Canva. Canva is free. Create you one. Okay. So, Lynn has her capability statement. That's perfect. That's perfect already. Yes, so we have these marketing. So that's essentially what a capability statement is. And it can be up to 3 pages. I really only do the one-pager because you think about all of these capability statements that these government agencies or organizations are receiving. If yours is 3 pages long, it takes 3 pages for you to get, your products and services out. Listen, something is going on. Either the message is not clear, or you just did a whole lot of work. It's 2 different things. It can be a good and a bad thing, right? So yeah, this capability statement will effectively show who you are, what your business sells, and what core competencies you bring to the table, right? So what do you bring to the table that no one else can do? And if there is like a few different businesses who can do it, the number is very slim, right? You also want to talk about your qualifications, your credentials, and then also business data. Who have you done business with before, right? So I do have an example of some capability statement, right? So this is a capability statement that we are working on for a client. So this is her original capability statement. So MD Simmons Production Company, an amazing production company down here in South Florida. They do a lot of work with a ton of organizations. And you can see this is, they have the meat of it, right? They have all the content information that they need. Yes, I am showing something else. Hold up, let me move this around. Okay. And can you see it now? You should be able to see it now. Yes. All right. So, MD Simmons, like I was saying, this is a production company. If you don't have any past performance, I'm going to talk about that in a second, Victoria. So you show this, your photography. She has all the different work that she's done. So this is what she gave us, and I was like, okay, boom, we're about to do some work with this. We're about to put together, make it look beautiful, right? Because one thing to actually have this document that shows all the work you've done, but it's also about being able to show it in a nice, friendly, colorful, and just like a nice manner to be able to show, oh, this is what we do. So immediately looking at this new capability statement, you'll be able to see like, oh, it's production, boom, this, the color scheme and everything. And then also we put a few different icons to make it a little bit, like, I guess, more friendly in terms of users to be able to look at. And then you can see it's the font is a lot smaller, but all of the content is there. All the content is there, and it's a nice font. You can read it. It's legible. And then it also, we end up changing and adding in the different logos just to add a little bit of color pop, but also maybe, if I'm not reading it, I already know. She's done business with the Miami Super Bowl. She's done business with the Junior NBA, but she's done business with Taste of the Islands. Like, this is already proven to be, is already proven to be, oh, so you like the QR code. It's already proven to show like these products and services that this business provide, and any of the work certifications that they've done, and that stuff as well. So that's one thing about your capability statement. You want to be sure to show, right, 305, you want to be able to ensure that you are showing your business's capability and capacity in a nice manner. So it's Shantia said, how much do you charge for one? So these capabilities, right, statements right here, they go for $9.95, but we are actually working on a deal for the businesses. So I can share more about that in another email, but, or you can follow up with me. Let me know. I can do like a different, yeah, so do a deal. You said, please do a deal. Okay. Yeah, no, if you're on this call right now, we're definitely gonna do some deals. I will be. Now, Lynn, you playing with me with these $10 now. I gotta pay people to create this. I have to pay my team to create this, Lynn. Stop playing, okay? So yeah, so we need a COVID-19 discount. Listen, y'all are crazy. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. I'm definitely gonna do a discount. And then also, because this series is about making sure that the businesses are prepared for the next level after this foolishness has passed, right? So let me get back into the presentation because I don't want to spend too much time on that. So we'll go back. So we've seen, okay, yes, thank you for reminding me. So if you don't have any past performance, right, a way that you can leverage that is, you may not have any past performance as a business, but as a business owner, maybe you've been working in this space for over 20 years, over 30 years, or maybe you've done business with 5 different organizations already. You can use that and leverage that as your past performance, right? Because at the end of the day, you are the business. Especially starting out, this is the work that you've done. This is the experience that you have as a business owner. So you can leverage that personal experience as your past performance. Does that help a little bit?
Yeah, so we can basically use our resume experience, is what you mean?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. But you don't want to put your resume on there. Just say you work with this organization or that organization. And then let's say when it's time for references, make sure you still have someone that you can ping and say, hey, I need a reference for blah, blah, blah. And they'll be able to attest to your experience and the work that you've done at that organization.
Excellent.
Perfect. All right. It's a few different ways to get around this stuff. We have Danny. Perfect. Now, well, we are going to get started. I used the little Kevin Hart GIF. I love that one when he said that in the should we make different capability statements for all our services? Paint a picture. That's right. Paint that picture. So Lynn said, should we make different capability statements for all services? So not for all services. Remember, because your services are going to be aligned with one another. So just make sure that, all of these services that you have align with one another. Now, if you have a different business and you're operating, doing different services, then okay, yeah, create multiple capability statements because you want to have those capability statements for that particular RFP that you're responding to at that moment, right? So if you're responding to an RFP for cleaning services, then you'll have a capability statement that shows that in addition to some of the stuff that you have that correlates in that same industry. So yeah, that's one way to do it. I will say do that. You can do multiple capability statements, and it's good to have just as marketing advantage. Can we list NAICS code? Yes. So as you saw the other one, it does have all the NAICS codes, and then also depending on who you're doing business with, maybe at the state and local level they use the NIGP codes. So you'll use those codes as well, depending on who depending on who is set up for. You will, like Lynn said, create those different capability statements. So getting started, the cycle for doing the business with the government is the same for federal, state, and local government agencies. I am going to go through the federal process and then the state and local government process, but it's register as a vendor. You can get certified. You don't have to. It's not mandatory, but it's a very good marketing advantage. Very good marketing advantage. And then bidding on the opportunity, and then we get paid, y'all. We get paid, right? So the first one I'm going to go through when doing business with a government agency, the federal, you have to have a DUNS number. So how many people have their DUNS number? Just drop that in the chat. Let me know how many of you have your DUNS number. So if you don't have your DUNS number, DUNS stands for Data Universal Numbering System. And it's a 9-digit code that is provided by the organization Duns and Bradstreet. They will be transitioning to Ernst & Young, but for right now, we're going to use what they have on the market so we can get prepared. These 9-digit codes are basically your business social security number. Your business social security number, and it outlines your business credit, right? Congratulations, Celeste. She said she just got approved today. Congratulations to everyone who's already dropped and said that they have their DUNS number. That is, listen, we're already there. So if you don't have it, I'm not gonna. I see a lot of people that said they already have. Oh no, I don't like that. If I see a lot of people who already have the DUNS number, but the process is fairly simple. I actually will get into it like really quick just to show you how to get to it. So then someone said they're waiting on their cage. Yes. Okay. So you've already done these 3 steps. So it could be a little bit redundant for you. But let me hop back into it. So the DUNS number shows it's a social security number for your business, and it's used to assess your business credit, right? So let's say you got a loan and you defaulted on that loan, your business defaulted on that loan. It'll show up when they're pulling a financial report from Dun and Bradstreet. It'll show that you defaulted on a loan, and that could harm you in some way, shape, or form. This is actually an old slide, so you can get your DUNS number within 1 to 2 business days now. It used to be a longer process where it was like 2 weeks. And this is free. It's completely free to go ahead and sign up and get your DUNS number. So I'm actually going to click on this link. Jeez. Actually, I'm going to copy it. If this computer allows me. Copy. So this is the link to go to. The audio is choppy again. Goodness. Come on now. Oh, same day you apply. Yeah, see, it definitely changed. Yes, 7:30 already, and I still got a lot to go, Courtney. I know. Let me get it together. But when you go to the fedgov.dnb web form site, you'll go here and just click on request a DUNS number. And there are just a few different forms of documentation that you'll need. Am I close to the mic? No, I'm not actually. Is it? Let me see. Where did I put that microphone? Oh, same day. Look, 2 people already say they got it in the same day. Can you, is it still choppy? Is the audio still choppy? Let me know. Let's put my head. Okay, is it better now? Can you hear me now? I am recording, Lynn. Can you hear me better now? I just put the headset in. Let me know. Perfect. All right. So I just put the headset in and there we go. Got it. Yes, yes, yes. Perfect. All right. So yeah, so you'll need proof of your location. You'll need proof of the address. So that can either be like a utility bill or your leasing agreement, and then you'll also need two forms of proof. So 2 forms of proof. And let me show you this screen right now just to see what it looks like when you go here. I forgot it doesn't show you when I switch scenes right here. Boom. All right. So once you apply for that, and once you click on that link and you go there, you'll just click on here. Yep. As you can see right there, it says if you don't receive your DUNS number within 1 business day. If you move to a different state, so you won't get a different DUNS number. You'll just have to update your address because that DUNS number is already assigned to your business, but you will need to update the address, Lynn. So you go here and you can't see. Zoom in. Is this working? Right there. Kyle, can you see that? Kylie, sorry, Kylie. Yeah, you go in and perfect. You click on request your DUNS number. Like, yeah, this is a little small, huh? Yeah, so we'll go here, you select your country, and you just need, like I said, 2 forms of documentation. As you can see, I'm doing these all the time. Got business information popping up. So 9MME. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you this real quick. I feel about the information. There we go. All right. So if your business already has a DUNS number and you need to update the information, as you were saying before, if you need to update the information, you'll follow this same process. And then you'll just go into view or modify. And if you lose your DUNS number, you can just go in here and request your DUNS number as well. But if your information doesn't pop up, you just click on request new DUNS number. And then this is, let me zoom in a little bit. As I was saying, you need those 2 forms of documentation. And these are different documentation that you can use to create a new DUNS number. So yeah, what if the business doesn't have a physical address? Oh, I'm glad you asked that question. Thank you so much. So if you are using a virtual office, once you apply for your DUNS, or once you apply for your SAM account, the DLA will email you and ask you if it's a co-working space, if it's a private office, or if it's a virtual office. Do not tell them people that this is a virtual office. What you tell them is that, oh, look, okay, so here you go. Here you go, right here, because it says personal mailboxes, third-party mailing sites, and virtual offices will not be accepted. Do not tell them that it is a virtual office. You let them know that you can either respond and say it's a co-working space, or you can say that it's a private office, because at the end of the day, your business still operates out of that location and out of that space. And you can also use your home address if you want. Most people don't, because the majority of this information is public. So, and of course, once you apply for your SAM account, you'll be able to go in and search. You don't really want people getting your home address. I mean, you can. If they show up, I don't think they will. People not that crazy, or maybe they are. I don't know for sure. But yeah. So it says, what if your business doesn't have a physical address or location? So if you don't have a physical address or location, where are you getting mail? That's the question. Where are you getting mail? And that is what you'll have to prove, because that's what they want, a utility bill or a leasing agreement. How do I get a second location for a hub zone? So That's a good one, Lynn. Thank you for that. I'm whispering. I'm sorry, I'm whispering reading these questions. How do you get a second location for a hub zone? So, what you have to do for that, you just have to do multiple DUNS numbers, because that'll be a different location, right? And when you apply, when you do your SAM, you'll end up doing two entity registrations, because it's basically two different businesses because they have two different locations. So that's what you'll have to show in a different state. Yes, of course, in a different state. You'll have to show that as well. Lynn also said you can use the street address of your post office and use your P.O. box number as an apartment or suite number. That'll work. So that will work. That's what you said. If you're a virtual office, if you're a virtual office, you when the DLA responds to your request, you'll let them know that you have a private office. You have a private office, or you can say it's a co-working, but just don't tell them that it's a virtual office. Because, yeah, just don't let them know that it's a virtual office. That's what I'm getting at.
And just a tip for anybody who's wanting to build business credit, because I'm going through a program right now, they do not accept PO boxes, by the way. So if you plan on long term, like you want to apply for business credit and start building you some business credit, obviously that's why we get the DUNS. They don't accept, the lenders for underwriting do not accept the PO boxes.
There we go.
So
thank you. I appreciate that.
yeah.
This next one we're gonna go to, I'm gonna hop in there real quick because it's already 7:38. And this one is about NAICS code. So how many businesses already have their NAICS codes? Just give me a gauge so I'll know how I need to, how far I need to go in there. How far do I need to go? So does that force you to get a physical address? It will not force you to get a physical address unless, like Shantia said, that you want to go out for to have credit. You can have a business address through a co-working space. I've seen a number of those. So I will show some of this. I've seen a bunch of yeses, but I've also seen a few no's. So I will show a little bit of. Stop sharing. Let me go back. So I will show how to identify your NAICS code. So NAICS code is a 6-digit code that outlines the industry of your business, right? It shows what industry your business is in, and it also is good for the government to be able to use. I'm trying to spell sentences wrong. It's also good for the government to be able to use to show how much money is being spent in certain industries. There we go. All right. So I always go to Census. I go to find these NAICS codes because they are basically the governing authority over NAICS codes. They do an update to these codes every they update to these codes every 20 years. So I'll do that. And once you get to that website, you'll see in the navigation bar it says find a code. You go to NAICS code lookup. There we go. All right, so now you have a NAICS code lookup. What happened? There we go. Someone got kicked out. All right, there we go. So yeah, it says NAICS code lookup. How many people can see this? Can you see the NAICS code lookup on my screen right now? Yes, perfect. No, Kylie, why can't you see it? What's going on? Let's see. Let me figure this out. Kylie cannot see it right now, so let me make sure I am doing this. Can you see it now? Perfect. All right. So yeah, so the NAICS codes lookup is when you'll end up using keywords that identify what products and services that your business provides. So someone give me a keyword really quickly. I'm gonna look it up and then we're gonna get cleaning. There we go. Lynn said cleaning. Boom. I've looked this one up a few different times. So as you can see, we have different 122 records showing cleaning services, right? So I'm just going to take one of these to show you how to research how much money is being spent in your industry. So this one is 561720. So let me show you. So where you want to go to identify how much money is being spent in your industry is USA Spending .gov, right? And you once you get that NAICS code, you'll be able to research it. So what was it? 561720. So you'll go to hover over award search and go to keyword search. And you'll be able to type in 561720 in this 561720 in this section to do search, quick search. So the results have come back, and you already see the total number of prime contract awards is $17.6 billion in this industry, right? And then you can also see how many transactions have been done. I'll drop the link in here for the census again. But also you'll be able to see, like I was saying, how many transactions have been done for this industry. How many transactions have been done for this industry? And that's 193,000. Okay, there we go. Do you have a list of links to look up information like this? I do. I'll send you this. Like I said, this link is actually in the presentation. So you'll get this as well. But I'm going to go down just to show you this really quickly. So you can also see who won this award, how much the contract was for. And then you can also see what awarding agencies and sub-awarding agencies actually that gave out this contract opportunity, right? So this is good for 3 reasons. I use this site to see what companies are already in this space. You'll be able to leverage those to see who you could possibly partner with, especially if they are getting these large contracts, right? They're getting these large contracts, you'll be able to work with them as a subcontractor. So this is how you locate prime contractors to work with. But it's also a way for you to be able to figure out how much money is being spent, so that way you'll know how to price your products and services as well. And then it's also good, this is a third one, for identifying who you need to reach out to contact when this contract is up, or if you have another solution that you want to provide. So let me show you this one really quickly. You'll be able to see, this one is actually done. This was in 2014. Action date. Let's do this one. Right. So as you can see, this one on the on the right hand side, it says that it's still in progress, but on the left hand side, you'll see who this company is and the awarding agency, and you'll see that this contract is still in progress. If you go down even further, you'll be able to see how much money this contract is for, and more information about this particular opportunity. So is that good? Does everybody follow that part right there? Perfect. Perfect. All right, so now let's get back to this because I have only a few more minutes and I still have a lot to go to. I understand if you have to go, like I said, I will send this to you. At the federal level, you will have to get registered in SAM. And that registration is completely free. It's a no cost. When you Google it, you will find a lot of companies who are charging to do the registration. It's completely free process though. So yeah, keep that in mind. At the state and local government level, to figure out how to do business with them, so as I said before, it's decentralized. So the process for doing business, to figure out how to do business with the state and local government, is pretty much the same. You go to that state or that city or that county's website and you'll look for 3 of the following. It'll either say doing business with, or you'll look for procurement, or you'll look for finance. Yes, if you let your SAM expire, you just need to reapply. Yes. So, and then also you want to, like I was saying, make those connections with those departments that you need to reach out to. I did plan to do an example of researching the state and local, but we're going to skip that for time constraints. I'm also going to skip the questions and just go into small business certifications. I'm not going to spend too much time on this one, but small business certifications are basically, as we said a little bit before, is being certified as a disadvantaged business, right? For small business, set aside money. So the way that this usually happens is at the state and local level, or even at the federal level, disparity studies are conducted to show if money is being spent less with women-owned, veteran-owned, minority-owned companies. And once these disparity studies come out, that's why it's very important to keep track of what's going on in your local area, because you want to know when these disparity studies come out and what the results are. Because if there's a disparity study that comes out and says that a majority of this money is not being spent with women-owned or minority-owned companies, you should be able to be out there and let your voice be heard to say, hey, we need a solution for this. You know, this is what we want to see. You know, make sure that you are advocating for yourself, for your business, and for, you know, your community as well. And these opportunities are very important because like it increases economic opportunities in not only for your business, but for the communities that you support as well. There are a number of different certifications: women-owned, veteran-owned, service-disabled, veteran-owned, 8A, which is also a disadvantaged business certification. I know you probably heard a little bit about the 8A program, and this program is like, it's one of the best programs. And there's actually a cap on it. It's not like a lifelong certification. I think it's really only like 7 years. But this certification makes billion-dollar companies, right? So this certification is better when you've actually got your feet wet in the government space. So don't go out and get this one. Don't go out and let the 8A be your first certification. You want to wait until you completely understand the business process, because the last thing you want to do is get that certification and the last thing you want to do is get that certification and not leverage it while you're in that program. We have women-owned business certifications as well. Another thing is, like I was saying, these certifications are at the federal, state, and local government levels. Some organizations at the state and local level may not have a certification in place, but that's fine. That's why I was also saying about the actual. Yeah, that's what I was saying about the actual certifications. Yeah, is it true that yes, SDVOSB has no cap as well, in terms of a business. And unless you phase out of that small business program, I will say that you can phase out of the small business, but it's very unlikely because the SBA's small business requirements are pretty much big. Like they're very on the fence in terms of like what a small business is. So yeah, you'll have to search for at the state, local level if those organizations have small business programs in place for bidding on for certifications. And like I said, they may not, but you want to stay in the loop in terms of if a disparity study has come out. Have anyone seen anything about a disparity study? How do we go about getting these certifications? Yes, so Celeste, that's why I was saying you have to basically, we talked about a little bit before of figuring out what agencies you want to work with. At the federal level, you can get all of them. Like, it's free. Like, just once you create your SAM account, you'll be able to go to certified.sba.gov and you'll be able to get certified that way. And then for the veteran, you'll be able to go through that program with the federal government as well. But at the state and local level, because it's decentralized, you have to go to those different organizations. You have to go to those different entities to see what programs they have in place. That is until they begin to use GovLiaisons website, where we'll actually have all of these certifications in one place for state and local government agencies. So stay tuned for that. What website is it again? Certified.sba.gov, Victoria. Perfect. All right. Yeah. So where do you find disparity studies? Everything at the government level, you can always do a public records request. They do usually have to do these disparity studies every 10 years to show. So contact your the agency or contact that government entity and just let them know you want to do a public records request and you would like to get the findings for the last disparity study. Yeah, and that's pretty much how you do that. But if they are conducting a disparity study, they will send out information to different businesses in the community to get updates. Like, I guess, fill out surveys and things of that nature. I've done it for a few different ones around here in the local area. And I always respond to these disparity studies. I just let them know, look, I haven't seen many opportunities. I don't know what the goal is, but we could always use some more. You know what I'm saying? Certification relay. So there, I always look at the certification process as being really like something that you less intensive, because a lot of people get stuck in the certification space, and it's either one, they've applied for they completed the certification application, but they haven't finished the paper, or maybe they've completed the application but they haven't gathered all the supporting documentation, or they completed this application and didn't know that their business didn't meet the requirements, right? So I always say, make sure you figure it out first, the requirements, gather the supporting documentation before you complete that application. So that way, once you finish the application, boom, you can go ahead and submit it, right? Make the contact, bug the hell out of them. All right, I'm also going to dismiss this questions one because we only have like a few more minutes, so this is good. I actually kind of almost made it through, just a tad bit. So this is quickly finding opportunities. So I definitely want to show this part. I'm missing a link here. I will put it there. But at the federal level, I'll show you how to find government contracting opportunities, and just to show you what some of them are. Does anyone have a NAICS code? If you have your NAICS code, drop it in the chat, and I'm going to look up an opportunity for your NAICS code. And this website to find opportunities at the federal government level is beta.sam.gov. At the state and local government levels, most organizations use different platforms, but you can always go to that city's website, or you can always go to that website to actually go figure out how to do business with them. And I will show you one example for anyone who doesn't have to leave at the 8 o'clock mark. I'll show just a quick example. So let's see, who was the first one to put it in here? Victoria, 484111. So 484110, actually. You want to change this from all awards data to just contracting opportunity, because if you do all awards data, it's going to show you everything. We want to narrow it down as much as possible because we don't have all day, right? So here we are, transportation of furnishings. Let me move this, let me change this to relevance, to last updated. That's another thing too. This new system is different. I like the look of it, but it's a lot more, you got to do a lot more to like narrow down the content and stuff that you're looking for. So but here's an opportunity that the due date is, or was, March 20th. I'll still click on it just so you can see what it looks like, but the deadline has passed. And you'll see, you know, the Department of Defense, Department of the Navy, they show if they have updates, they'll show updates, but they should usually show the date and the time that it's due, right? When this will go, when this offer will be, it'll go inactive. So that means it'll stop showing on this platform, but you'll be able to go in here and see this one is actually set aside for a total small business. So small businesses, this opportunity was set aside for small businesses. You don't have to be certified to be considered a small business. You can self-certify as a small business, and they'll probably, if they ask you for proof, you can just show them, hey, look, I'm a small business, like boom. But then here you see, this is a PSC code. So one thing I didn't cover, I said NAICS codes, but I didn't tell you about the PSC codes. For anyone who got the guide, these PSC codes will be in the guide. But yeah, PSC codes also show different things, like in terms of your business classification as well. But here you'll see where it says a combined synopsis and / solicitation. And then it goes into what the solicitation number is, for the rental of 6 trucks and 6 flatbeds and operator service. So this is seems like a pretty good deal, and it's out in Oregon. So if you could have done that job, or you are doing what is it called, dispatching? Is it dispatching when you're locating opportunities? I don't really remember, but yeah. So you could have, if you knew someone in Oregon, you know, this could have been an opportunity for them. Okay, yeah, so it is dispatching. So I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna use another NAICS code to show an opportunity, and I'm just going to see 722 511. Marie, let's see. All right, so let me do this by last updated as well. And then we see where it says a 3-day home station. This one is expired as well. So that one doesn't, let me use the cleaning one. I know I've seen a lot of cleaning ones. What was the cleaning one? 541720. Let's see. All right, that wasn't it. But anywho, you get it. You can play around with that website to see different opportunities. I do have a list of them right here. I can't go through all of them. And then also at the state and local government levels, you will have to do that Google search, go to that particular government agency's website and do it that way. So where are we now? Okay, so we have questions. I only have 3 minutes, so I'm actually going to skip to the gift section. So I did say that we would be doing a free do-it-yourself capability statement. So this was actually brought to you by Young Government Contractors. So you can see the code, the coupon code on the side. When you go to the website, it is on the website. You'll be able to just put in that coupon code and it'll price out that $249. So it's www.govlia.com, and you'll go to browse solutions, or you can just click on browse solutions in the top navigation bar, and you'll be able to go to the shop and click on that do-it-yourself capability statement. So I will put the link in here. How about that? That works. Boom. Let me show you a little bit about how to use it. And so yeah, you do this and you just click add to cart. And then we have multiple different like designs, still pretty basic designs. You can add different stuff to it. You can change up the design, say you want to do. You can also change the colors of it. And in here we have filler text just to ask you like different questions. Oh, I am showing something else. What did I do? Thank you. Thank you for whoever said that. Lynn, there we go. Yeah, so once you, let me go back just so you can see it again. So once you click on the link, it'll take you to the website. There we go. Once you go to browse solutions, it'll take you to this link. And you'll be able to see the do-it-yourself capabilities tool, and then you'll be able to add it to your cart and start designing. So when you begin designing, you'll see, you know, it's pretty interactive. You'll be able to change up the different designs that you want to do. So you want to change it to the green one, or you can also change the colors of them as well. Some of them are some of them are different colors. You can also change the color. You can change the shapes. You can change the little backgrounds. I put the filler text here, and you can change that stuff as well. So that's on the website. And once you finish with it, you'll just click here to process it. It'll take you to a little checkout page, and you put in that code, the Young Government Contractor, YGC code. So I'll show that to you one more time. Let me leave here. Boom. All right, so yeah, you put in that code, that YGC free capability, free CAPE 2020. So no, this code will not expire. You will have access to this code at least until the end of the year. Thank you to Young Government Contractors, which is also an organization that I'm a part of, located out of Atlanta, Georgia. You want to see more information about that, they will be, you can check out them on Instagram as well. Check them out on Instagram and on LinkedIn. It says, once we create it, can we edit it if needed? So once you download it, it's going to download as a PDF. So if you have the capacity to edit PDFs, yes, you will be able to edit it. I think there's also like if you Google free PDF editor, you'll be able to edit it there as well. But you can always come back, make you a new one. You know, it's free. You got until the end of the year. Create as many of them as you like. Now, few next steps. I would also like to share, I told you a little bit more about the platform that we were building, and that we will be selling this to, we will be working with state and local agencies to create just a space that can centralize the procurement and certification process for them. And this is actually a sample of what our website will be. So I would appreciate it if all of you would be able to go there and create a profile for your small business, right? And the website is app, and let me go here. Forgot I need to change it. Now, once you create this profile, it's gonna act as your digital capability statement once we start working with these agencies. So it's app.govlia.com, right? You'll be able to go here and click on sign up. I'm actually already signed up, so let me move here. You'll be able to go here and sign in or sign up. So I'm going to actually sign in so you can see what the profile looks like once you create it. You'll also be able to share this link on your different social media platforms. So yeah, so we're, uh-oh. Is it Govlia? Is it because it's doing platform? I'll be looking at my password, y'all. Ooh, child. Do y'all have a logo? You know what? That's a good one. No, we don't have it. Oh, yeah. Let me do that. Let me hide it so y'all don't see my password. Yeah. So we don't currently have one, a logo that you can do right now, but that's a really good suggestion. Thank you for that. I will be sure to do that. But yeah, you can go to the website. You can go here. You have multiple registrations for different tiers. No, you don't have to have multiple registrations for different services. You'll just do the registration once. You'll add the information to your profile, and then that's how you'll end up doing it. Let me see. Let me see. Let me check my email, y'all. Do we have any questions? Let's do that. Do we have any additional questions right now? Let's hit them. It's already 8:04. Will I have the opportunity to look at the replay? Yes, you will. We will go. I have been recording, so you will see a replay for this. So I will do that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. What did it feel like an information overload? Because sometimes I have a problem with that. Information overload. I tend to do a lot. Okay. I don't want to spend too much time doing this. I really have to find a password to get into this account. Created a profile. Oh, it's support. No wonder. I put the wrong password. I put the wrong email. I stopped spending. Okay, let's go back here. Let's go here. Share. Then I'm gonna go here. Do I have a question? Do you see a question? When we're just starting out, how many proposals should we submit at one time? If it's for the same opportunity, don't submit multiple proposals for that same opportunity. But I would say when you're just getting started, practice. Do as many of them as possible, so that way you'll be able to see what's working and what isn't working, right? Get as much practice as you can in the very beginning, and even just bidding on these opportunities, making sure that it's something that you can provide, right? No, give me all the info. All right, so I'll go back here and I'll just show you how to create a profile, because that does I apparently forgot my password. I could do a forgot password, but it'll take way more time than me just showing you how to create one. So So we're gonna go here. Oh, we do have some more messages that I haven't seen. Do you work with clients one-on-one to get set up? Yes, I do actually. Don't want to add that part. But you'll go here, you'll go to the app.gov.lia, and you'll end up click on a button that says sign up. So it's a pretty simple sign up, contact name, legal business name, where your business is incorporated. And thank you. Someone told me about using LastPass before. I haven't done it yet. But your EIN, your email address, and your password. So it's going to send you a email confirmation, and then you just create that beautiful profile. And I think I actually still have the link of my public profile that I'll be able to show. But yes, it is pretty exciting to kind of, I guess, at least be at this phase in terms of like what we're doing with business. What if you have LLCs in multiple states? Do you register twice? No, you don't have to register twice, especially if you're operating like with the same business, unless you're operating in multiple different areas. Like if you're doing it in 2 different states, then yeah, of course it'll be the 2 different registrations. But other than that, no. Let me go back here. So I'm actually gonna lead us out of here. I will also keep the like I said, yeah, please create these profiles. Once you create your profile, do me a quick favor and either you can share it on social media, right? And then just tag Govlia. So we are GOVLIA on all platforms. So share that link to your public profile so people will be able to see it. And then just really just trying to get more eyes on it, because it makes it a lot easier for me going to the agencies when I can say, hey, you know, we already have this number of businesses that are ready to work with you, right? So that works. And then if you are on Facebook or Google, I'll also send an email after this. Please do us a quick review and just let us know what you thought of the training, any information, even recommendations, letting me know what I could have done better. And I would love that. I've created a profile. Thank you, Victoria. I got something for you. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. How do I get a different business location at the address in Florida for the hub certification while keeping my old location and name for the OSB? So that's going to be hard, Marlon, I will say, because when doing the certifications, it's connected to the SAM account. So the address will have to be the same. That's why these websites are connected. The address would have to be the same. And then, so lastly, if you have any like last minute questions, shoot me an email, connect with us on social media. I'm always online, y'all, always answering questions. Hit me in the DMs. It definitely goes down in our DMs. And then here's also my email, where you can send me an email directly. So thank you all so much for being here. We went over almost 10 minutes, but I feel like we got another, I feel like we got everything that we needed out of this one. So if you are satisfied, just say, just either let me know you're satisfied. Say yep, say I'm good, say anything. That's it, satisfied. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And any recommendations that you have for upcoming courses, I got you. Look, Victoria said I'm Gucci. Thank you, girl. I'm Gucci. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Satisfied. I love it. I'm very satisfied. Listen, thank y'all. I appreciate it. Yeah, like I said, open book, contact me, let me know anything that you any questions that you may have. I'll be there to answer them for you. So I'm actually gonna head out and talk to you all soon. Thank you again. Bye. Thank you so much. I'm ready to follow myself. Can I do that?